Hey man, what's going on? Let's do a little finger picking business. So, if assuming you're right-handed, we'll say the right hand is the one on your right side. Thumb, index, middle, ring. Pinky's not going to do anything. You can also call this 1, 2, and 3. Thumb, 1, 2, 3. Oops. Notice how these ring and pinky seem to work with the same tendon, so it's hard to isolate one of those. So, sometimes people don't want to use a pick, and they only want to use their thumb. It's a valid technique, but let's not make that your only move. The thumb is kind of if you only play with your thumb, it's kind of primitive. Let's unleash some possibilities here. Thumb is good for hitting the bass notes, like your low E or your A or the D. E, A, D. And then we're going to get index, middle, ring hitting the treble strings. So here's a really nice sounding E minor chord. If you hit the low E with your thumb, index finger hits the third string G, middle finger hits the second string B, ring finger hits first string E. I know that seems pretty simple. Now you're going to want to get thumb forward. If thumb is in the back, then these fingers are going to hit the strings at kind of a slicing. Your fingernails will slice across the strings. We don't want that. Thumb forward corrects that so that each finger gets a solid, straight on angle hitting the string. All right. So, the simple exercise, just to get everybody started. Oops, I missed it. I'm going first thumb, third string, second string, first string. That's an E minor chord. It's a E, G, B, E. My forearm is pretty stable, isn't it? It's just laying across this angle and coming down. Generally, we don't use the pinky, but it's possible. So that'd be a thumb, 1, 2, 3. Let's say you let's do another pattern. Let's not worry about chords with the left hand. Let's keep it on this E minor. Here's another pattern. This is thumb, 1, 2, 1, 3. 1, 2, 1. Thumb, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1. Thumb, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1. Thumb, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, which sounds like this. And if you want to strum, you could use your fingers to push across with your fingernails. I know you're tempted to use your thumb. Thumb, I call it kind of a bully. It wants to take over. I got this. But look how dumb that is. You're jumping all over the place. Well, here I've got 4 appendages working for me. So don't let your thumb take over. You have to deprogram your thumb to be totally dominant. We got to get your index middle ring working here. So like, let's say you did E minor to a G and maybe a D. E minor, G, D. So the thumb has to know what the bass note is. The bass note of an E minor is an E note. The bass note of a G chord is this G note. The bass note of a D chord, or the root, is what I'm talking about, is the 4th string open D. So thumb, we rely on you to get the root right. Let's do it again. We got E minor, G, a D. How about a C? The bass note is on the 5th string for a C chord. Back to E minor, G, D, C, A minor, which the bass note would be the A string, A. So you have to really hear that. To some of you this may be really obvious, but when I say, what's the bass note of an A minor chord? You should be thinking A. I know it seems kind of silly. A bass note, A chord. But you also have to hear it. Boom. It has to resonate in your mind and your ears and your... I feel it in my chest. I feel that all over. Boom. You could kind of practice with a strobe tuner. Your ears should be like that strobe tuner, hearing that A. E. D. So you have to find those. I mean, very few of my students can hear that, and it's kind of alarming because I always could since I started. Probably before I could play guitar, I could hear that bass note and the resonance. It just vibrated my soul, and I could hear it. You got to hear that. All right. C, A minor. Just a little exercise of chords. You can make stuff up. You have to be free to make things up. That's E minor. Incredibly popular chord. The G, D, C, and A minor. E minor. And you can always push out. That's where pinky can be useful. Strumming with the pinky, ring, middle, index, 4 fingers, pinky, ring, middle, index, pinky, ring, middle, index, pinky, ring, middle, index, pinky, ring, middle, index. See how I separated that? It's not just splat. It's pinky, ring, middle, index. Let them push out a little bit. Let them flip for a little bit. Versus what I'm trying to do is make it so you're not just like clumpy, like kind of punching it, but you're getting a little bit of lift out of it. And that actually sounds a little bit... I'm trying to get you to follow through. If you do a short strum, you're kind of like... It sounds, you might hit like 4 strings, 3, 5, I don't know, but I want even pressure against 6. 6 strings singing out, equal as possible volume. And that ring, so you're kind of almost like a 4-dimensional pick. Ring, pinky, ring, middle, index. They're all hitting slightly out of phase. So you get kind of a bring. I'm exaggerating with that right hand a little bit. And if you need to do an upstroke, you can come up. So it's kind of like making a fist and bring it up, make a fist, and almost is like breathing, like a cycle, or like the tide or a wave hitting the beach. Bass, you can let your thumb hit a bass. That's like a bass strum. Bass, strum, 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 bass, strum. How about bass, strum, up, bass, strum. That's bass, down, up. And that's how you stop it. You can do an alternate bass. That's boom. Alternate is next door neighbor. Yeah, bass, alternate bass. So I'm going bass, down, up. Alternate bass, down, up. Do a little hammer on here on the alternate bass. Working on a G chord. Then you can do some licks with some. Now we can bring in the thumb for some. Here's just, I'm not going to go too much longer, but something like, it's like third string, third, second, first. I got a little shape here. It's like a B and a D and a high E. B is 4th fret, 3rd string. D is 3rd, wait, yeah, tongue twister. D is 3rd fret, 2nd string. Oops. So you can start rolling on some skinnier strings. Or if you go up high, you can go. So you can hook chords into licks, and you gotta know some shapes up the neck, which are usually just your simple shapes. Take them up the neck, and it's all there. Easy, right? Well, thanks for listening to me try my nylon string. What is this thing? It's a Cordoba GK. GK, all right. Well, there's a little bit of finger picking business right there. Keep your hands in shape. Keep them moving. Keep them flexible. And don't forget to listen to, whoa, hang on. Excuse me. Layers. Link Ray. Man. Cool. And you can also order a copy of my new book if you want to. It's called Guitar Chords by Brook, Hoover. Look it up. It's on eBay. Maybe I'll put a link down below. Thank you. See you later.